All right, ladies and gentlemen, so as we await our welterweights to make our way, let me go ahead and hand it off, and here they come.
Here we go, fight fans, for our next attraction of the evening. 4 rounds of the welterweight division. Introducing to you first, ready to make his way into the arena out of Conroe, Texas, here is Trey the Tank Banks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Milton Banks making his way to the ring. They call him Trey the Tank. He's looking for his first victory in his professional career. 5'9", 30 years of age, and he is ready for action.
And his opponent, ready to make his professional debut, hailing from H-Town, Houston, Texas, Tim El Maestro Cavitt.
And here we have, making his way to the ring, Shelton Cavitt, making his professional debut, 5'7", 44 years of age. He is a teacher at Wood Creek Middle School, 2-time Golden Glove champ back in his amateur. Feels that he is the best fighter here.
And
he is
our
ready
fight
for
fans
action.
here for the Galveston Island Convention Center, live on Clear Life Mania pay-per-view. This is our Anglia Homes Fight Series next attraction of the evening. 4 rounds of the welterweight division, presented to you by El Tigre Promotions and sponsored to you by Stalwart Ranch and Progressive Rejuvenation. The 3 judges scoring this contest at ringside are Ray Zaragoza, Joe Rodriguez, and Nelson Vazquez, and a referee in charge of the action at the sound of the bell, James Green. And all fight fans, here we go, 4 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing with trainer Gilberto Martinez and Mark Brown. Wearing red with white, he officially weighed in 148 pounds. Tonight, he steps into this bout for the 2nd time as a professional. Fighting out of Conroe, Texas, USA, here is Trey the Tank Banks. And across the ring stands his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing with trainer Joseph Rivera and Pete De Los Santos. Weighing red with black, he officially weighed in 146 pounds. Tonight, this humble ISD teacher will step away from the erase board and into the ring. Here ready to make his professional debut, representing 713 Boxing out of Houston, Texas. Here is Tim El Maestro Cavitt.
Okay, gentlemen, I went over the instructions in the dressing room with both fighters. I want you to protect yourself at all times. At all times, I want you to obey my command. Touch glove. Let's go back to your corners.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we have our second fight of the evening, welterweight division. El Maestro Cavitt, Trey the Tank Banks. And this fight is officially underway. Southpaw versus conventional matchup. Cavitt, the southpaw, leading with the right. Opens up with a couple of jabs, goes high and low. 44 years of age, ladies and gentlemen. He just lands a solid jab there on the face of Banks. Banks now looking for his openings, opens up with a body shot. Cavitt moving forward. And Banks answers back. Both these fighters are starting off hard and heavy in this opening round of this welterweight matchup. 4 rounds. Almost as if no feeling out process between these two fighters, just trying to establish dominance right from the get-go. Liking that jab from Cavitt. Been very active with his jab. I think that's the only type of punch he's thrown thus far. The teacher out of Humble ISD. Sure he has a lot of students cheering him on tonight, watching from our live stream, and plenty here live here in Galveston Convention Center. I am Todd Moore calling the action here tonight. So we have Anglia Holmes Fight Series, bringing to you some of the best young and up-and-coming talents in the nation. Call him Trey the Tank Banks in the red shorts. Circling away from the power of Cavitt. So allow circling to the left from Banks. Banks trying to chase down Cavitt, looking for his openings. Cavitt's been controlling most of the action with his active jab. This is the professional debut of El Maestro, the teacher out of Humble ISD. He circles away from danger as Banks is trying to bring it on. Cavitt now, the straight cross to the body, going after it again. He's got to be careful because Banks has counters. Almost counter with a check hook there. As we are reaching the end of the first round. Good counter there from Banks. Made Cavitt stumble a little bit. Pivot there from Cavitt. Looking to recontrol the center of the ring. Just under 10 seconds left. Who's going to leave an impression on the judges? Round one in the books. I am not the official scorekeeper, but if I had to score that one, I'd probably give that one slight edge to Cavitt. His activity with the jab. Really nothing solid was landed in that particular round. Both fighters still looking to land their mark. You have to wonder, what is their corners instructing them to do? To make adjustments that they're going to make? Sometimes it can be tricky taking on a left-handed fighter. The majority of the people that you train with are right-handed and fight with the left-hand lead. So you have to wonder what adjustments Trey the Tank has made in training camp to prepare for the 44-year-old Cavitt. Cavitt, a former two-time Golden Gloves champ, has a lot of confidence in his ability. Definitely the senior fighter here. Banks now coming on strong. Neither of these guys are spring chickens. Banks at 30 years of age. Banks looks to be opening up the second round a lot stronger. Seeing if he can make up what was possibly a lost round in the opening. Good check hook there from Cavitt. Cavitt now is the one circling away from the power of Banks, as Banks looking to stalking down Cavitt. Banks is looking for the money. He's coming forward, trying to land something big. Both fighters looking for their first professional win. They want it bad. Man, Banks leaping in with that hook. You have to imagine if he had landed that. Hasn't found his mark just yet. From the slippery Cavitt. They call him El Maestro. Cavitt there, ducks out of danger. Recommands the center of the ring. So we're over halfway into this second round. Banks now, you can just see from the look in his eyes, he's just looking, itching for that opportunity. Everything he throws with bad intentions. Haven't seen much jabs from Banks. Just looking for all power shots, trying to impose his will on the crafty fighter in Cavitt. Big left hook there from Banks. Caught Cavitt on the shoulder, but Cavitt definitely got to feel the power of Banks with that shot. Definitely doesn't want to have one of those land on the chin. Just under 10 seconds left. Will Banks try to look for something big to leave a lasting impression on the judges? Good 1-2 to finish the round from Cavitt. And we have the end of the second round. Take a quick moment to recognize some of our sponsors. Texas Pit Stop Barbecue at Mainland City Center, Riondo's Restaurante, and T45 Fitness. Be sure to check out those local businesses and thank them for their sponsorship here tonight. El Tigre Promotions in the Anglia Holmes Fight Series. We are live at the Galveston Convention Center. I am Todd Moore calling the action here for you tonight as we have two welterweights in El Maestro Cavitt taking on Trey the Tank Banks. 2 rounds in the book out of 4. If I had to give an edge, I give a slight edge to Cavitt for the ring control in that second round. But do not deny the power of the Tank Banks. He's looking to land something very big in the last couple of rounds, and so see if he can find the money in this third round. Round 3 picking up where round 2 left off as we have Banks stalking the crafty Cavitt. Cavitt continuing his activity with his jab. Oh! Couldn't quite see it from this angle, but I saw a big left hook attempt from Banks. Man, Banks just exploded there. Good reflexes on Cavitt to avoid that. Right now, I heard Cavitt's corner telling him to be careful with that straight. So right now, Cavitt's circling to the power side of Banks. Now he's circling the opposite way. See if Banks can bait Cavitt into his power side. Force Cavitt to circle to his left and into a strong right hand. They call him Trey the Tank. Halfway into this third round. Oh, Banks there making Cavitt stumble a little bit. Cavitt staying composed, still working that jab. The jab is what's winning the fight for Cavitt thus far. Banks the more aggressive of the two fighters, but Cavitt's been using his ring generalship to control the rounds and steal these rounds. But Banks isn't far off. If Banks was to land something big, I mean, he can take these rounds. These are close rounds. Cavitt now working low. Banks looking for the straight right. Slightly misses, but comes back with a left hook. That gets Cavitt's attention. 30 seconds left in this third round. We have one more round after this. Well, there's a 10-second clock. All right, third and final round. Third round comes to an end. And then stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a quick break.
Brick and Spoon is now serving breakfast, brunch, and lunch at Mainland City Center in Texas City, offering sweet eats, fresh greens, and everything breakfast. Learn more at brickandspoon.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 rounds in the books. We are into our fourth and final round between these two welterweights as we got El Maestro Cavitt taking on Trey the Tank Banks. Probably the closest round and best round for Banks in that last preceding round. So you have to wonder, if I was in Banks' corner, I'd be letting him know, like, leave it all in the ring right now. You have to get the knockout for the finish to be headhunting. Look at that look of intensity on Banks. He's looking ready for the finish. Cavitt has proven to be a very crafty fighter thus far. Man, my goodness. Banks opens up with a straight right. Man, that was like unleashing a caged animal in Banks. Banks now, he knows he needs the finish, and he is coming on strong. Banks swinging away. Can Cavitt keep control of this fight? In my opinion, I think he's ahead on the scorecards. Banks moving forward. His time on the side of Banks. Does he have enough time? Got over 2 minutes left. He can make something happen, but is Cavitt too crafty? Cavitt's been keeping his range, working that jab. Big left hook into right from Banks. He needs more of that if he plans to take this fight. One-two from Cavitt. Trying to circle his way out. Banks answering back strong. Trey the Tank fighting out of Omar's boxing gym in Conroe. Can the 30-year-old fighter score his first professional victory here tonight? He's got 1 minute and 23 seconds to do so. Big 1-2 there from Banks. Cavitt trying to work his way back to the center. Just under 1 minute left. Time is running out for Banks. Pretty confident Cavitt has the first 2 rounds. The third round was the closest round of this fight. So at the very least, Banks is down by 2. He for sure needs this round. Big right hand there, snapping the head back of Cavitt. These two welterweights are leaving everything. Oh, in the ring tonight. Big hook there from Banks. He's got 10 seconds. He needs to make something happen. Cavitt still staying active. He's not on. And we're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the official decision after that.
Texas Entertainment Experience is the ultimate family destination. Indoor go-karts, a skating rink, and a ropes course. Video games, prizes, and much more. There's something for everyone. Tex, the ultimate family destination.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we await the final decision between El Maestro Cavitt and Trey the Tank Banks. As we had a strong fourth round there from Trey the Tank. Man, I think I would score that fight 3 rounds to 1 in favor of Cavitt. Banks showed his power throughout the fight. Really didn't start coming alive until second half of the third round. So you have to wonder what adjustments he'll make to start off a little bit faster, especially in these 4-round fights. I have a feeling if these two were fighting in a 6-round or even 8-round fight, it'd be a very interesting contest. But nonetheless, this is a 4-rounder. And we are about to get the official decision here shortly. Will the teacher out of Wood Creek Middle School score his first professional victory here tonight in his debut? Or will it be Trey the Tank Banks representing Omar's Boxing Gym out of Conroe? And here we go with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here for the Galveston Island Convention Center, how about a huge round of applause for both of these warriors here in the ring. And now we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals. Judge Nelson Vazquez scores the bout 40-36. Judge Joe Rodriguez scores the bout 39-37. And Judge Ray Zaragoza has the bout even 38-38 to the winner by majority decision. From Conroe, Texas, Trey the Tank Banks.
Wow. Trey the Tank Banks takes his first professional victory here tonight. The judges did not agree with me. They were looking for the damage, and definitely Trey the Tank had a display of power out there, defeating El Maestro. Congratulations go to Banks as he enjoys his victory here tonight. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him here in future El Tigre promotions.